Don't you just hate it when you get drawn in a Champions League against a team you've bloody heard of? Hello, my name's Damien, I'm the Trucking Football Manager. Welcome back to the Green Army. Welcome to July the 5th, 2028. And you will see, looking at the bottom of the screen, that Dale McGruer has become a legend, Russell Stewart has become an icon, and the Trucking Football Manager sits in favoured personnel despite winning every domestic trophy there is for the last 3 years. I'm not bitter, you are. Yeah, we won the league again, obviously. We won the cup again, obviously. I say obviously, Lincoln are still a bit of an issue for us sometimes. Might as well just get on with that. What happened last year? That's the wrong button. Spoiler alert. Schedule. That's what we want. That's also a spoiler. It's Maribor of Slovenia. Slovenia? Slovakia? Something or other where? Slovenia. Slovenia? Slovenia! Woo! Yeah, it's Maribor we're playing. We'll look at transfers in a minute. Previous season, so you saw the Hound Dogs match, right? Which we beat 6-0. We won every game after that. Friendly there. St. Joseph's beat 5-1. McGrew with 2. Reese with 1. Stewart with 1. And Umbunga with 1. Monscalpe 4-0. McGrew, Swiderski, and Williams. Swiderski with 2 and 2 minutes, which is a bit weird. Lynx in the semi-final, 4-0 win. Burn, Stewart, Caetano, and Ronan. Man 62 was a 6-2 win. Chris Bangora scored 2 goals, which was enough to convince me to sign him. He was actually suggested to me by John McMillan in the comments, and I turned him down last year, and this year I thought, you know what, go on then, why not? If you can do that, let's see. He got an F in terms of what the players thought of his arrival, but we'll see. Then Lincoln away last day of the season, a 4-1 win. Swiderski, McGrew, Williams, and Boxall. And then a 4-0 win in the cup final. McGrew with 2, Kuto and Toraj with the other. Other things that are happening around before we get on to the transfers. We are building a new stadium. We are expected to move into that this time next year, or just before this time next year. The 7,086 capacity Europa FC Stadium. Yeah, I thought they could have named it after me as well. But I'm not even an icon. That did involve a £4.5 million loan, I think it was. Debts and loans. Yeah. £4.8 million loan. We're repaying 50 grand a month. But, you know, we'll have to deal with that. As you can see, we are floating pretty close to the window in all our budgets. We did chuck a load of money into the scouting budget because I want to scout all of Europe. 2 grand in the transfer budget left. Obviously, we're not doing anything with that. And we've got 700 quid of wage budget left. We're probably not doing anything with that either. So our transfer business is pretty much over. The squad is a little slim. It could do with putting on a few pounds, if we're being honest. But that's fine, really. There will be movements around. First things first, outbound at the end of last season, we got rid of Archie Mayer. He's gone to Chelsea. They're paying him £31,000 a week. I don't understand. I really, really, really don't get it. He's come to us. He played 11 games last year. Conceded 7 goals. We paid nothing for him off Wraith Rovers. Sorry, off West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, 5 clean sheets and 11 appearances with 7 conceded goals. He had a good season, don't get me wrong, but he did make some pretty big mistakes, and also we've got someone better. Chelsea gave us 2,500 quid. You'd have thought, if you're going to give the guy 31 grand a week, you could at least give us 10 grand. But no, 2,500 quid. Why Chelsea want him is utterly beyond me. It must be a homegrown player thing. Who is their current goalkeeper? God, that squad's old, man. Anatoly Trubin, Ukrainian goalkeeper. Yeah, he's quite good. They must have another, surely. Goalkeeper. They have Marcus Rashford. What is going on? They have James Ward-Prowse. I mean, there's been some interesting signings, haven't there? Look at that. Just leave that with you. I know there's a couple of Chelsea fans who watch this. No, it's still beyond me. I mean, it literally must be squad registration. Hey, he's a goalkeeper. He's British. He's cheap. Chuck him on the bench. He'll never play for us. 31 grand a week, though. Anyway, Luca Phillips is one of the raft of... Oh, no, he's not. He's local. He's 17-year-old right back. He might never make it. He's gone on loan to college. I don't think they're even paying... Oh, they're paying him 55 quid a week out of the 70-ish, I think it is, that we pay him. He's never played for us. He's unlikely ever to, if we're being honest. He's got a chance, and we'll see what happens with college. Problem is, he's gone to college who are semi-pro, so he's going to lose out on a lot of training. And the other out is Aaron O'Driscoll, who was our quality centre-half for a long time, but not being local, and we have got some competition for his place now. It just seemed logical to let him move on. Shelbourne come in for him, 1,400 quid. It's a big loss on what we bought him for, but that was a lot of years ago. He's already played for them once. Physicals were okay, but I mean, 10s each in there. He was a club captain for a little while. He's a good player, but not a great one, and he cleaned up a little bit of wage budget. Moving on to the incomings, there's really not many. Vujica Kragovic goes in the no work permit, might be a disaster pile. He's a bit slow for a winger, if we're being honest, which is why he's probably going to be centre mid when he plays for us. He got the stamina. His passing's a bit weak. His long shots are okay. Vision and work rate are good. First touch. He's an okay centre mid. The aggression is a bit of a worry again. May develop, may not. We paid 10 grand to buy him off TSC Baska Topola of the Serbian Super League. Chris Bangura, I've just mentioned. He's probably not good enough. But he did score 2 absolute thunderbolts against us. He was touted by the comment section and an expert member thereof as a potential signing. So we thought, you know what? Let's just get him. Get him and see what happens. He's only 22. He's gone back to Man 62 on loan for another year, which is weird because when I agreed the deal, I said until end of season, and he's gone back for another season. Bit annoying. Can I recall him? Oh, he's not even in a national pool. Look, there you go. Get that sorted. Not allowed to recall him. That's fine. I mean, we won't play him, probably. But if he's playing against us, he's not playing for us, he's not playing against us. Carl Collins has come in from Watford. He's a right back, and because he's English, he is not, in fact, get him in the first team. Because he's English, he is not bound by work permit rules. He's got a 17 determination, and the physicals are all there. Everything else can come with time. We paid 50 grand to take him off Watford. Again, never played a game of football. Doesn't really matter. Lewis Webb is our new first choice goalkeeper. This is why we could afford to get rid of Archie Mayer. We know Lewis Webb from the national team, obviously. He came through Lincoln. He is only recently Gibraltarian. He's a Swansea local who's been to Gloucester. No one deserves that. Conceded 50 and 55 for Lincoln. Became Gibraltarian national. We took him off for 5 grand. I think he's all right. I mean, you got to remember, a lot of those goals would have been conceded against us. In fact, I seem to remember putting 4s and 5s past Lincoln on a regular basis. And if that's the case, 17 conceded and we put about 10 past Lincoln last year. That means he's had a pretty solid season apart from us, which is fine. I'd say he's better than Archie Mayer. He's also a year younger and he's also local, although he's not homegrown for squad selection purposes. And finally, Malte Chichon is a German right back. Again, work permit. Again, future prospect. Again, maybe, maybe not. It could be that in a year or so, all of these players have left, we've made a loss on all of them, and it turns out to be a disaster. I'm genuinely sure of that. I'm recording this on Friday morning, so I don't know yet what you're going to tell me about what a disaster this is. We have got Leno John Lewis, his name is a shop, as one of our coaches. We're trying to re-sign him as under 23 to coach because he was potentially going to get poached. A lot of our players our coaches look like they're going to get poached, which is a bit annoying. Do I have anything else to tell you? I don't think I do. Like you can say, the finances are okay. Like, we will survive. Again, that's 380 grand in the scouting budget. If we look at the team depth, which is not on there anymore, it's over there. There we go. Up front, 4 solid players. Stewart, McGrew, Reese and Williams. McGrew is also our best left winger. Stewart is also our best right winger. So basically, we've got a front 4. Stewart, McGrew, Reese and Williams. Centre mid, Swiderski's getting better and better. Jake G recently became Gibraltarian, although it won't let me select him. Oh, he's awaiting the paperwork. He could become a solid member of the international side as well. We'll see how that goes. Apart from that, in centre mid, Kian Ronan, Jake G, Swiderski, it's not ideal as a setup. Although you've got to bear in mind the players who are not necessarily good enough, like Boxall, who will be good enough for the club's games, for the domestic games. Jace Olivero in that category as well. And also Simon Burns, who we're trying hard to turn into a real footballer. Whether we succeed on that or not is up for questioning. Left back, we got Couto, and also Swiderski can go there. Harry Jones can go there. Olivero can go there. Centre half, Okio, Jones, Couto, and G. I don't know why it's saying we're searching for... I mean, we're searching for youngsters in every position, not just centre half. Beckwith or Okio at right back. Our defence is solid. It has been for a while. And our two goalkeepers, we've got Banda, who can play regularly again in domestic games because domestic games aren't a threat. Lewis Webb can play the more important ones. Looking at the schedule, that's the wrong season. There we go. We've got Maribor home then away. It's the wrong way round against a stronger team. I don't like it. And then into the league season once again doesn't start until the middle of October. We're going to pay very little attention to the league season again. It doesn't seem any point. Really. Quick double triple check on the competition so you can see how that went last year. If we look at the previous season, which we can do by pressing buttons, there we go. We ended up winning the league 58 points from 20 appearances. It is one draw short of perfect. Scored 100 goals, conceded 9. We're a bit too good for this league now. A goal difference of plus 91, and like I say, the objective this year is to not draw that one game, basically. In the cup, we won it, obviously. You've got to go all the way around in circles, haven't you? Last season, there you go, a 3-1 win. Nope, what? Not in the first round. Come on, final. There we go, 4-0 win over Lincoln. That gives us that 3 years in a row, I think. Yeah, three years in a row winners of the cup, and the National League 3 years in a row winners of that as well. The Pepe Reyes, is that 3 as well? Oh, that's only 2. How disgusting. Quick look at Europe before we kick off as well, actually. In terms of the coefficients and things. Now, if we keep an eye, we did not do where our clubs coefficients. There we go. I've brought this down so that it's just our teams now. And as you can see, there are Hound Dogs are still there because of our exploits the other year. I don't understand why they get 2.225 when they've got zeros all the way across there. That's a little confusing to me, but never mind. Maybe it's related to the league, I don't know. As you can see, we got 12 points the year we got out of the group, but only 6.5 points the year we didn't get out of the group, despite qualifying for the Champions League that year, which is a bit annoying. I thought you'd get more points than that. But it gives us a coefficient of 22.5. Obviously, it won't go down because we're going to get points this year as well. Might not be very many of them if this goes wrong against Maribor, but we'll get some. Nationally, coefficients, we are 38th with 12. Again, we got half the points we got, a bit more than half the points we got last year because we didn't do it. We didn't pull our weight, and therefore no one else was going to do it for us either. To get a better qualification thing, we'd need to get from 38th, where we are now, which is just behind my head, to here at 30th. Now we'll get 2 better rounds of qualifying, but we'll still get the same number of rounds at 30th. I don't understand this at 26th. Liechtenstein, who have 1 first round qualifier, and that's it. I'm guessing that's because of the size of their league. I don't know. I have no idea. But you got to wonder how they're up there in the first place. So we go back to the coefficients. I realise this is boring for a lot of people, but we are on 11. We're on 12 points now, and we need to get to 30th. Bosnia-Herzegovina, who are on 17.125. So we need to gain 5 points on the first year's showing, which is 0.875. So we need 5.875, which means between us we need to do better than we've ever done before. Which, it has to be said, seems unlikely. The clubs that are currently in not that. Come on, Back we go. There we go. We need to look at the competitions. We are the only team in the Champions League. Obvs. We're probably not in it for very long. Pop down to the Conference League. That has been drawn. League Path first qualifying round. St. Joseph's are away at Svintul Georgi, perhaps, who are in Moldova. St. Joseph's against the Moldovan side. Lincoln here have ROPS of Finland, who are a good side, but not an amazing one. And who are the others? There's one more. You've got to find him. Any ideas? I don't even know what name I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Mons Calpe, who are at home against Lipadia. Perhaps. FK 1625 Lipadia. In Britain, that would, or in many countries, that would be the year they were formed. I refuse to believe they were formed in 1625. The year founded 2014. Again, all three of those, you'd like to think, could be wins. Mons Calpe could be winning theirs. Lincoln's is a challenge, but it's not too hard. St. Joseph's they should be winning them. They should all be winning their ties. And if all three of them win their ties, that's going to make a much bigger difference than us going into the group stages of the Conference League. In terms of that Maribor game, we would love to win it, obviously. I think we can all look at it and go, Maribor are a big ask. Not first playing round, first qualifying round. We would then fall into the Conference League Champions Path third qualifying round. So it suddenly becomes win or bust straight away after losing to Maribor. So let's try not to lose to Maribor. This is the team we're going to put out. You can see it's literally the entire team we have. Carl Collins actually can come on the bench, to be fair, or just sit there. No, don't make jokes like that. It's not 100%. We're missing Okiowu and Heaton and Kuto. We're missing 3 of our regular back 4. It's far from ideal. G is injured, twisted ankle, few weeks. He's also suspended as well, so at least he's timed that well. So Webb is in goal with Olivero, Jones, Morrill and Beckwith along the back 4. Boxall and Ronan in the middle, Stewart and Taraj on the wings, McGruer and Williams up top. It's a long way from a solid side, but it's what we've got to work with. Squad numbers, Lewis Webb, you can have number... I'm not even allowed to change them yet. The season isn't old enough for me to change my goalkeeper numbers. Well, you can have 23. Mayor had that, you can have that now. Carl Collins, right back, youth right back, not a particularly good one. 29? 29. 29's a good number for a right back. No, of course it is. Don't argue. If you had them together, it comes to 11. You can pretend to be a left winger. Playing Maribor back to back, so leave your mark here. Around their knees. Come on then. I mean, this is a team with Champions League pedigree. Not a lot of it, but they've got some. So, we're asking a lot. I realise we're nearly 20 minutes deep in the recording again already. I do talk too much, I know that. Hodgick has a corner for them, 7th minute, swings it in. Goes all the way through. Stor blocked off the line by Olivero. How have they allowed the ball to get to there? It goes back to Baranja. And the highlight ends. Oh, we've got a highlight straight away. Amatage to hit a free kick. Floats it in. It goes all the way through to David Flaccus Bottle. And we're 1-0 down after 8 minutes. And it has to be said, we don't look good at all. I mean, we've conceded 2 gilt-edged chances in 8 minutes. It's not good. Okay, it's not good. That's fine. We've dealt with not good before. Hey, he's got another free kick in exactly the same place. Why are there more of them than us in the penalty area? That's a lovely free kick off the post. Olivero hacks it clear. There's 4 men marked by 3 of our defenders there. Taraj goes out wide and it's a good tackle by Baranja. Is it good enough for us to get a throw in? For us to highlight? No, not worth a highlight. Never mind. Well, we haven't continued shipping goals, so that's good news. Olivero throws into McGruer. Back to Olivero. And Boxall to Ronan to Taraj. That's better football. Taraj to Williams. Boxall. I mean, there was a ball through there and just nobody saw it. Boxall to Taraj. Back to Ronan. Boxall again. Just put it through the gaps, boys. Olivero. Back to Taraj. Back to Olivero. Floats it in. This time all the way through and headed away even further. We're not going to concede off that, are we? No. Ronan steps across and wins it off Storr. Finds Williams. Stewart's on the run. That's a ball through we need. Stewart dinks it over the goalkeeper. Hits the post. It finally trickles across the line and we're back in the tie. Oh, dear me. He did his best to miss it, didn't he? It's a lovely little ding. I think what I'm going to do, just looking at that attack and seeing how narrow it was, we're going to just knock the attacking width out a bit. I mean, I know Farage doesn't like his right foot very much, but he is meant to be a winger, and by the end of that attack, both wingers are inside the D. And they spent a lot of time there, is my point. Just a bit more width, a bit more stretch to play. Oh, good, another free kick. Armitage can have another go, and this one will probably be better. Top right. Oh, well held by Webb. Paying back his £5,000 transfer fee right there. Webb hoofs it long. And Taraj misses Boxall completely. And Storr to Hodgick. Ball over the top. Was he offside? I feel like he was offside. It's a good save by Webb. Not offside, it's a corner. They're definitely better than us. If we get through this, it will be luck. Hodgick to take the corner. In it comes. Ronan heads it away. Taraj will get to the end of that. Let's try not to give the ball away straight away this time, please, mate. Taraj finds Olivero. And the highlight ends. I'm going to chuck a praise out there. Because this is a confidence team. And they need patting on the head a few times. Just to, just to get them ticking over. Taraj to Ronan. Oh, he's missed his man completely. That's awful. Bosilge, Morel is so slow. Ronan, look at it. Ronan started 10 yards behind him and suddenly he's the last man. What a save by Lewis Webb. Cross comes back into Storr and it's blocked away by Jones. And what we lack in pace, we make up for lemming-like suicidal defending. Stewart should get that. No, he lets it run out. That's fine. And we'll go in at half-time at 1 each. 6-5s, a lot of 6-5s. You know what? Show me something better in the second half. I think that's the right thing to say. Taraj has not had a great game. I'm wondering if Taraj goes out wide, Magruder goes out wide, Taraj comes off and Luke Reese comes on. Boxall's looking ill-disciplined, that's promising. Swiderski's on the bench. The only reason he didn't start is because he's not 100%. But you can always come on for Boxall, and that will improve the side massively. Tavkar throws into Armitage. Tavkar gets it back. It's a big crossfield ball to Zivkovic. Not that Zivkovic, surely. Panic! He's at the disco, and he finds Storr. I mean, they are better than us. Morel gets a foot in, but it's another slide tackle assist. I despise the slide tackle assist more than anything else. Lewis Webb makes another storming save, and how his match rating is 6.9 is absolutely beyond me. Hodzic with a corner. In it comes, and it's over the top this time. Webb should be on about an 8, as far as I'm concerned. He's made 4 one-on-one saves. And it's starting to look like we just need to get back, don't we? We need to get back to, we need to get out to Slovenia. Oh, Jones misses his header completely, and it's all the way through. Storr blasts it into the crowd, into the car park. Swiderski's going to come on for Boxall. Stewart's looking knackered. The sub is Caetano. That's not promising at all. Magruder's looking dreadful. That's not good either. Do we take off Magruder, who's having a dreadful game, or do we take off Stewart, who's looking knackered? Magruder. That might be the wrong decision. I realise that. Don't worry. It's the 54th minute. It's very early to be making a third sub. Very, very early. But at the same time, we're doing badly. Tavstar throws into Armitage. Panic. Storr to Boslage, and Morel gets a foot in, but again, he's not a first-team defender, and he's the only one we've got left. It was so bad, I considered playing Olivero at centre-half and Swiderski at left-back. I thought if Swiderski had been full fit, I might have done that. Alright, so their free kick, Koblar to Ilic. Koblar again to Zivkovic. We just wish that we could have gotten one more round before we got a team like Maribor, so that we could fall into the Europa League instead of the Conference League. Swiderski slots one in front of Reese. Reese! Oh dear. Oh, Luke Reese, what was that? Ooh, that's gonna be an expensive miss, isn't it? Reese's shot is blocked away. Beckwith brings it down to Stewart, taking on Zivkovic. Back to Beckwith. Space for the cross into the back post. Caetano's under it, and the goalkeeper phases through the post in saving it. I feel like that would have made him drop it in real life. Boots it long, Beckwith will bring it under control. I'll tell you what, we've only got Beckwith for one more year, and we are going to miss him when he's gone. Ronan to Swiderski. Balloons it out to Stewart. He's running on empty, but he's still finding spaces. Williams, he's gone inside. Stewart's there. Stewart to hit it. Oh, he's panicked and put it into the car park as well. Oh, dear. Goal kick's taken. It's the 78th minute. The highlights are just constant at this point. Olivero and Jones exchanged very, very risky passes. Jones panics and sends it up the line, but it's headed back to the keeper. 78th minute. Grill plays the ball long. Morel could have brought that under control, but instead heads to Swiderski. Here's Williams. Suddenly, we're all over them in terms of attacking passes, but it just keeps ending up back with their keeper. Grill plays it long. This time, Beckwith heads it up the line to Stewart, who's on the ball yet again. Just about keeps it in play. Finds Ronan and Beckwith. Ronan, space to play with, but chips over the top first time for Stewart, who can cut it back to Williams, who's put it wide. I'm trying very hard not to swear. We could be 4-1 up at this point if we could just take our chances. But we're gonna go back at 1 each to the other leg. And oh, what do you say to that? How do you react to that? We've performed pretty well. We've got a point. Well, a point. We've got a draw off them. But at the same time, we should have so much more. Oh, we're going to lose the second leg, and it's going to be very painful, and it's all going to come down to those misses. Webb makes his debut. Well, and he's performed very, very well. Right, I don't know why I've even opened a press conference, but I'll see you guys for the return leg. If we lose by like 1, I'm going to be fuming. I'll sack all my strikers. I won't actually. I haven't got any left. I can't afford any more. One thing I did forget to mention is that we have played one international game. North Macedonia away, a 2-1 defeat in a friendly. Not a terrible performance at all. Julian Del Rio with his first goal for the country. I don't call him up very often, so, you know. And we've been drawn in Nations League C Group 2 with Cyprus, Iceland and Lithuania. Which I don't think is that easy as a set. But I'd like to think we'll do better than Lithuania and not get relegated. That's my hope for this. I realise it's lofty ambitions. But that's my... that is my lofty ambition, is to not get relegated. We are able to name a much better side for this second leg. Webb is in goal with Beckwith, Okiowu, Jones and Kuto along the back four, Ronan and Swiderski in the middle, Taraj and Stewart on the wings, Williams and McGrew up top. It's pretty close to our best 11. In fact, it probably is our best 11. Possibly you could make an argument that McGrew... In fact, McGrew is going wide and Reese is going up top. Obviously, we did get done out the back. Probably not. We did get done for pace at the back quite a lot, so I'm putting Okiowu in the back line. He was suspended for the last one anyway. His pace of 15 will hopefully do a little bit to help against those counter-attacking threats. He is the only fast centre-half we've got. Heaton's got a 9 for pace, Jones has got a 9 for pace, and Oliveira's got like a 6. So, we could do with signing a fast centre-half. In fact, Kuto, how quick are you? 10. How good are you as a centre-half? Because that's tempting. Eh. He's a better left back than he is a centre half, and Oliveira is not a good left back and is incredibly slow. So we'll do that. We'll do that. What I just said. Webb, Beckwith, Okiowu, Jones, Kuto, Ronan Swiderski, Stewart, McGrew, Williams, Reese. Are those horrific misses going to come back to haunt us? Yes. In many ways, I do actually want to just get smashed here, because then at least we don't have to feel hard done by. No pressure. Faith, faith, faith. Pink versus purple. What more could you ask for in a football fixture than pink versus purple? We've got the first shots away. Hodgick stands over free kick for them, though. Crosses it in deep and it floats just wide by one of them. I have no idea who that headed. That could have been Beckwith for all I know. Do we have enough about us to get something off Maribor here? We only need a point. It's not being refereed by anyone. We've given up giving us English referees. They've just not given us anyone this time. We're doing it on our own. Gone half an hour deep, and we're the only ones with shots on target. Stewart, he can hit a free kick. He's scored a lot of free kicks, and that one's off the post and away. Jones doesn't quite react fast enough. Beckwith will mop it up at the highlight lens. Zivkovic, with his lovely mohawk, finds Ilic. Panic. Stor to Amatage. Okiowu, show your pace, mate. He's just stopped. And it's dinked over the goalkeeper. Okiowu was brought in for his pace, and he would have won that race if he'd bothered to be involved in it. He just stepped away. Okay, Bosledge is his man. Granted. But at that point, you're the last man. Go get it. He just kicks Bosledge over in the build-up. It's not what I brought you into the side for, mate. Not going to lie. We'll demand some more. We're not looking amazing. Beckwith with the throw-in. Stewart heads it down to Williams. Back to Beckwith, first time crossing. McGruer at the back stick. McGruer gets his goal, and it is one each. By the way, McGruer didn't actually do that well in terms of the end of season awards. We have hooked him up to another 4-year contract now, I think. So we've got him long term. But between Stewart, I think Stewart won basically every award there was because he's young enough to win the young player ones as well. So he basically won everything. And then Williams got top goal scorer, which was a surprise, I have to say. I know I moan about Williams a lot. I think Williams' biggest problem is he doesn't turn up for the big ones. He's a bit nervous of a big game. Point finger, don't like what I just saw. Something is going on outside the window that sounds a lot like a cross between a fire alarm and a galloping horse. And I realise there's no such thing as a cross between a fire alarm and a galloping horse, but yet that's what I can hear. You probably can't looking at the sound noises, but I just thought I'd mention it. Okiowa gets turned inside out, and it's a long-range effort that goes just wide. Remember that away goals are not a thing, so drawing this match 2-2 will make no difference to drawing it 1-1. 55th minute. Let's look at changes. What is there? Who can make the big difference here? It's certainly not Glenn Morrell. Caetano and Taraj are not as good as Stewart and McGregor. Williams isn't having a great game. Mbunga does crop up with the goals every now and then, but he's just not there yet. But having said that, he's got the pace and he's got the finishing. He just hasn't got everything else. It's too soon, but Mbunga might come on for Williams in a bit. Because a poacher, that's basically all you need is pace and finishing, isn't it? They've made all their changes. Grill takes their goal kick to Barantha. Tavsar. Zivkovic back to him again. Long ball forward. Beckwith doesn't compete. Amatage to Sipot. Or Kipot. Or something like that. Stewart to Swiderski. This is better. Swiderski has a little bit of space. Finds Beckwith. Stewart's behind him. Doesn't go for the overlap. Williams has just run offside. Stewart hits one to Reese. I think there's an offside in there. Well, there is an offside in there. Is it Reese who's off? If it's Williams who's off by interference, then they'll be swearing. He's not off. That line's in the wrong place. He's not offside. Oh, dear. Right. Harry Jones is having a poor game at centre-half, and that is 2 in a row. So we're going to put Heaton on there. And then we're going to hook Williams, and we're going to put Mbunga up there. And yeah, that might not be the right substitution, but pace and finishing, right? All he needs is a chance to break past their lines. We're doing better than them. Just demand more. There's 10 to play. Is there another sub out there? There's Taraj. Or there's Caetano. I wonder if it's Caetano again, just for his pace. But then I want Stewart and McGruer both on the pitch. Doing far too much thinking. I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you, the whole thinking thing. I'd much rather be able to just go, yeah, easy sub. It's what I spent the last 2.5 hours playing this game through from the internationals to now. We're going to extra time, which, to be fair, I didn't see coming. I think it's a confidence thing. Very happy with that performance, exactly what I was looking for. Lies! Absolute lies! But let it go. Don't start singing. Kuto has a very early corner in this extra time period. Swings it in. It's bounced away. Kuto can go get it and start again. We've got to stay on side. Heaton's at the back stick. Heaton unmarked. Is it going to count? Referee's pointing at the centre circle. That's a wonder sub is what that is right there. Keith Heaton with a lovely header at the back stick. And we go into the extra time period. 1 goal to the good. I did think they just weren't getting out fast enough. You look at how many players are left offside. Oh, that's poor. Heaton just on the line, to be fair. Grill turns the wrong way, which is, again, poor. We don't need to see the lines. We know he's on. It counted. It's fine. Oh, there's a lot of dark red there. Right, we're going to have to make changes. What are we going to do? Russell Stewart might die, so let's get him off the pitch. Could Mbunga get on the right wing? He can't really cross, though, can he? No, he can't do much, but what he can do is finish, so we're going to have to play him there. So don't like it. Caetano for Stewart. I guess... Do we have a 4th sub? We don't, do we? We usually try this about now and it doesn't happen. Oh, we do! Right. Undo. McGrewer, mate. Old buddy, old chum. How do you fancy playing centre midfield? God, you really don't, do you? But you're not that bad. You're playing centre midfield, mate. Swiderski off. Actually, Oliveira can play centre midfield. Yeah, let's do that then. Never mind. Back as you were. That's our 4th sub. Just double check we don't have a 5th one. No, we don't. Good. It's difficult to know how many subs you're allowed. So, this is going for one of those episode lengths, isn't it? McGrewer, back to Kuto. Oliveira to McGrewer. Crosses deep, and the keeper's just going to claim it. Someone stay with the keeper. Don't give him that much freedom. You know he wants to bowl it out. Tavsar sends it long. Straight to Okiowu. Kuto, can we get another goal here? 98th minute, it would be the perfect time. Kuto, I mean, the perfect time's in the 1st minute, but you know, it's a good time. Okiowu heads it away well. Beckwith. Mbunga's in front of him. That's a lovely ball to Caetano. Caetano works the space, puts in the cross. McGrewer's under it. It's the post and wide. McGrewer's height, when he plays as a left wing, is very useful. Amatage with the corner. And that one's headed just over the top. I really don't want pens. If for no other reason than episode length, I don't want pens. I seem to be going on about episode length all the time these days. I think I'm just going to have to set off on the fact that I'm a 40-minute episode creator. It's as simple as that. I'd love to keep them down to punchy 15 minutes, but that's just not my style. Illich's cross is deep, and Okiowu heads it away well. And Mbunga will start from there. Reese is out to the left, and he's lost his man. That ball's to him beautifully. Can he get it this time? Reese, there's a man with him. Olivero tucks it in, and Olivero makes it 3-1. And we're beating Maribor. I'm confused. 10 to play, we're 3-1 up. I'm not relaxing. No, of course I'm not relaxing yet. But, do I believe? No, not really. But, they've only scored 2 goals against us. We really thought they'd tear us apart. Oh, I say we. I'm not going to assign that to you. I really thought they'd tear us apart. But actually... Uh-oh. Kickoff highlight. Shut up. Shut up. Zivkovic to Tavka. I didn't finish the sentence, so it doesn't count. Kuto just gets roasted by Illich. They sent him for a hot dog, hasn't he? Illich has a go, and Webb holds it well. If he could finish, this tie would be more interesting again. 17, 18, 19, 20. And actually, look at the XG. Look at the stats. We've battered them. We have battered them. Outstretched arms. That's as good as win as you're likely to see. Yeah, we've had some players that have done better than that before in their lives, granted. But we just beat Maribor 3-1. 85.5 grand. We've drawn Dynamo Minsk. I mean, I want to make a comment about having to go to Belarus. I don't want to lie. But... you know, we're not going to make that comment. I had my one moment of that a while ago, and we're not doing that anymore. Dynamo Minsk, Belarusian, 32 quid season ticket, 700 season ticket holders. You feel like that one's an easier game than that was, than Maribor was. But we'll find out next episode. Just a quick double check before we go. What happens if we win or lose that one? Rules second qualifying round. We fall into the Europa League, which is what we wanted. I'd quite fancy a Europa League group stage. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend we can get to a Champions League group stage. but I'd love a Europa League group stage. That's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up, share with a friend, tell everyone about the mighty, mighty Europa FC, and I will see you next time in Minsk. Toodle pip!